These rocks are a reminder of our very recent past. This thing's called a shieling, and it's where in the warmer months communities for the Glen floor, mostly women, would bring up all the grazing animals to enjoy the summer pasture and together to drink in the summer sun. It would have been a great place to be. It's a reminder that we can live in this environment cyclically and sustainably, and that we did so really recently. From seasonal cycles to the climate emergency. A journey we can trace in stone. Towns like this are testament to the first industrial revolution. Initially that was water powered with innovations in mill technology, so all the factories were hunkered right down next to burns like here. These places were lit and all the machines were lubricated with whale oil and whale grease. So that meant to keep the factories running you had to have constant whaling ships heading out of the port towns harrying the northern waters. That had all sorts of unintended consequences on our relationship with nature and impacts on ecosystems themselves. The products here, sailcloth for all the ships of empire, really rough, uncomfortable clothes for the enslaved peoples in America and the Caribbean, sacking. Just one day rural Angus was at the epicenter of this huge globalised network. Soon, innovations left these buildings behind. Every generation saw change, acceleration. And we've given the planet a battering on the way. We've tombed the seas with loads of fishing fleets, we've taken coal power around the world, digging up and burning half the central belt in Fife in the process. These vast docks are kind of testament to that time. They remind us of the big steel hulls and steam power and all that industry of this pell-mell frantic industrialisation. And at every step of our development, we've left a legacy in the sea, in the sky and in the city. Scottish folk haven't always been that self-aware when talking about our environmental impact.
As with coal, so with gas, and Scotland has a special reason to be proud of her gas products, for it was a Scot, William Murdoch, who first applied coal gas for the purposes of lighting just over 150 years ago. At his own fireside, Murdoch noticed pieces of coal hissing as they burnt and producing little bright flame, so he experimented with a clay pipe and some coal dust. It was that simple little test which started a new and much brighter chapter in history.
This was Dundee's storage centre for Murdoch's miracle. This gaswork fed the city's lights for a century. The buildings, the shells we've left behind reiterate our role in climate change. These layers of buildings built up over generations can be sort of read backwards like an archive telling us about our impact on the planet. The coal gas was our recent history and our present is behind me at the natural gas refinery. The whole place still carries that high, thin smell of a leaky gas fire. We are still having an impact right in the here and now. Being patient zero for the global industrialisation that swept across the world has its downsides. But it gives us plenty of chance to experiment with strategies for recovery. Scotland absolutely has committed a lot of carbon to the air and it's impacted negatively on all sorts of ecosystems and even set extinctions on track. And there is a message of doom and gloom about some of the stuff we've been looking at. But our built heritage also carries the message that things can be radically different in just a single generation. Our industrial heritage is being repurposed in really interesting ways. The old coal gas plant that spent a century spewing fumes into the atmosphere will soon be a biodiversity education centre right in the heart of the city. Part of those abandoned docks are a water park. One mill is a popular visitor centre exploring industrial heritage. Others are bars, cool new hotels. We have done loads of stuff in Scotland that's reached out and impacted the world, sometimes positively, accidentally at times extremely negatively. But let's take a wee bit of hope for that, a wee bit of inspiration. We can reach out into the world and make changes, so let's do that. Let's just make the changes more positive this time, eh?